Next up, Neil, can you give us some tips when buying stock for Amazon from China? So I've covered lots and lots of tips in the AOE training program. Just like my tea. But I thought something I haven't really elaborated too much on, and something that I've noticed a couple of people in our AOE page talking about, is getting inspections. So I thought I'd quickly give you some tips on inspections, okay? So whenever I use a new supplier, I always, of course, get a sample from them. And once I've checked out the sample and I'm happy with everything and I've done my negotiations, and I go ahead and pay my initial, typically 30% to 50% deposit, and the factory starts production. Then what I want to do is I want to get a production inspection done. So somebody will go to the factory, go to the assembly line, pick out X number of products that have been produced at random, and then inspect them to make sure that they are the quality that I want. Okay, so that's what I tend to do with new suppliers. I've got other things I do with age suppliers, but with new suppliers, that's what I tend to do. Okay, so here's some things to think about with regards to that. The company that I use is SGS. I use these guys because they are really very, very good and consistently good, and this is all they do. It's all they do. So what you don't ever want to do is use a company to do your inspections that also does Amazon product photography, Amazon storage, Amazon listing optimization. Like, you don't want any of that, because they are financially motivated to pass the stuff that's being produced, because then they'll be able to get more money by doing your photographs, doing your listing, all that kind of stuff. Okay, you don't want that. So I just use SGS because that's all they do. They're very, very good. Typically, this is going to cost for me to go and get a thing done. Depends where my factory is in China. But it's around $200 to $300 to go and get my stuff inspected. It is worth every cent. It's worth every cent. And the very threat of it to your supplier, knowing that you're going to use somebody like SGS, typically means that they will make sure the stuff's going to pass too. So I always stipulate that I can come in and do an inspection, a production inspection, par way through my production run. Okay, so there's that. I also, if you use these guys, that's great. One thing I thought I would show you that you may not have seen before is an inspection form. So all of these companies, so SGS for instance, all have standard templates that they work to for their inspections. And then all they will do is they will add on additional things to that standard template based on what you say you're also looking for. So if you don't say anything else, they'll just use the standard template. So what you always want to do is request to see the standard template, okay? And this is kind of what you'll get, something like this. So you get something like that, okay? That's all in the resources section for you of the program. Okay, so that's all in there for you. If you haven't seen where that is, there's a standard template in there for you. You access that through the AOE training. So I always do that. Anything else I would say about that? I want to make sure as well, like, if you're not going to use it, I would just say use SGS, but by all means go and check out some other people. You want to make sure that they're licensed as an inspection company. You want to see that license. In China, there's a special license that they get. You want to see that. You also want to make sure that they have an anti-bribery policy in place as well. Heaps and heaps of bribery happens in China, as it does right around the world. I'm not singling out China for that. It happens everywhere. You want to make sure that that's in place as well. Anything else? I think that's kind of it. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. So as far as inspections go, that's what I do. Now, The second inspection I do, I typically threaten it again and then don't do the second inspection. So once I've ordered, I do an inspection, a production run inspection. My second order, they're expecting it again because I've said, oh, I'm going to do it again. I don't do it. My third one, I do it again. So that's how I operate, and that saves me a little bit of money. The second one, I have found I don't need to do it. The threat of doing it and the fact that I've already done it once is enough to make sure everything's going to be great. I do it on the third one just to kind of instill in them again, oh, he might do it, okay? So that's how I handle that. You would only use them once your quantity is large. No, I use them, well, you know, for me, I am ordering large quantities, so I can only give you what I do, Dave. And you have to make your own decisions about how big is big enough for you. I will say this, if you start selling a product on Amazon that is faulty, that doesn't have the right quality or anything like that, you will kill your Amazon business. You'll just kill your Amazon business. So for me, it's a good investment in your Amazon business that makes long term your business viable. Should you do it? Well, you've got to make that decision. For me, I always do it with a new supplier, regardless of the size of my order, because getting bad reviews will kill that listing. And if the supplier doesn't give you a good product, you're screwed. Hope that helps. Hey, Neil here. Just before you go away, that was a question that I got asked on my regular Monday night Q&A session, which I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in joining us as an Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, then you can click on the link below to find out a lot more about that. And also, as a special thank you for watching this video, I've got a great book that I want to give you for free. It's a current bestseller on Amazon, and it teaches you everything that you would need to know about starting a business here in Australia on Amazon. So you can see that just up there. So if you'd like to get a copy of that for free, then again, just click on the link below and you'll get a copy of that. You'll get taken to a page where you can get a copy of that for absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet from one of my Aussie Online Entrepreneur Q&A sessions, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like this video. And if you've got a question that you would like answering, then post it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it, whether on one of these videos for you or directly in the comments directly below. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the next of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Amazon FBA Australia videos. See you soon.